Hi there, it's Kim Willis again with another one of my messages, a pithy message. Pithy, you like that word? Yeah, I kind of like it, pithy. Anyway, today my topic is this: the pain in change versus the pain of regret. Pain of change versus the pain of regret. Now, change can be painful. You want to go from point A to point B in your business, maybe in your life. Chances are it's going to require some change, and change can be painful. People who are in my Laptop Lifestyler group are being asked all the time to change the way they do business. So if you've been placing free ads in those spammy Facebook groups, I'm saying there's a better way. I'm not saying that strategy doesn't work. It can work in a very small way, but there's a much better alternative. I'm saying to build a tribe of followers. That can suggest some pain will be involved, because most people don't feel that they're good enough to have someone follow them and look up to them. To get to that point of understanding and self-belief, it's going to require some change. And change is painful. But then again, so is regret. Regret all of the things that you shoulda, woulda and coulda done, but you didn't do, because you're avoiding pain. Let me tell you something. You can have fun with change. You can make it a fun process. Sure, there'll be a few little frightening moments. I'll give you an example. I used to have a morbid fear of picking up the phone. And when I joined my first home business, it required that I generated leads online. So it was my first online experience. So there was pain involved there because I had to learn how to do it. Okay? But then the real sticking point for me was for phoning those leads. I had to phone the leads. That was the requirement, because it was a big high-ticket program, and no one is going to buy a high-ticket program unless they connect with someone. Problem was, I hated the phone. At home, when the phone rang, I never took the call. I'd get the kids to do it, I'd get my wife to do it, or it would just go to voicemail. That was it, right? I had a thing about it, and maybe it was a character flaw. I don't know, but I did not like the phone. I would be much more comfortable going and seeing someone, jumping in the car and going and seeing them, even if they were halfway across town. See? It was irrational. It was stupid, but hey, that's what it is. We've all got our little foibles and our fears, haven't we? That was one of mine. In the end, I had to bite the bullet. It was either I do this business in the way that they've asked me to do it, or I don't. So I did. Social media, another one. I've had a Facebook account for many years, but up until approximately a year ago, I didn't use it very well. I wasn't very effective. Now, I started my Facebook account for business reasons, my personal profile. I opened up a personal profile for business reasons because, I had family and friends, but they didn't need to connect with me on Facebook. See? I did it for business reasons. But then when I saw what you had to do to make it work, I saw these great, social media marketers, and they were chatting to people, they were, putting in, publishing interesting posts, they were exposing a little bit about themselves on their Facebook wall every day. They were being social. And me, I'm an introvert. Being social is difficult. What to do? I wrestled with it. I wrestled with it for probably longer than I should. But ultimately, I decided to bite the bullet. Just as I decided to bite the bullet about the phone thing, right? I joined that business. I spent 10 grand, so I wasn't going to throw it away. I spent $10,000. And I just said to myself, well, if they say these leads have to be phoned, who's going to do it? I've paid the money. I guess it's got to be me. So I went through the process of change. But guess what? I turned it into a fun process. I did. Once I'd made the decision that I was going to make these calls, admittedly, the first 5 to 10 calls that I made were not fun. Okay? But then something just twigged with me. It snapped inside my brain. I had not a brain snap, but a brainstorm. And I just thought, hang on. I'm going to enjoy this process. I'm making the decision to enjoy the process. And if I enjoy the process, I'm going to do it for longer, and I'm going to keep doing it until I master it. Well, 10,000 phone calls later, here I am. Right? I have no fear of picking up the phone anymore. And because I enjoyed the process, I turned it into a fun thing. So when I was talking to people, I would put on my bouncy voice, right? I'd have a mirror in front of me, sort of over there, and I'd be smiling, I'd be doing all of those things, and I just made the decision I was going to make it a fun thing. Social media, same thing. I made the decision. I finally had a breakthrough because I was sick of seeing other people make money on platforms like Facebook. I was sick of it. And I kept saying to myself, they're no better than me. Yeah, how come they've been able to do it and I'm not? Okay, I'm not a social person, but maybe I can turn it into a fun thing and I'll start to become more social, more sociable. So that's what I did. And you know something? That was only a year ago, little more than a year ago. I started with Twitter. I started doing it on Twitter as a kind of experiment, and then when I got it working, I was getting leads and I was making money. I thought, well, I'm going to bring this whole thing across to Facebook. That's what I did. And now I'm social. I'm sociable. I'm sociable. People think, sometimes people said, you're a wild and wacky guy. Yeah, me. Wild and wacky. You kidding me? I am not wild and wacky. When they meet me and they talk to me, sometimes I do meet people. I've had people visit me, partly to see me. They're on a holiday, but they wanted to meet me. I know they're shocked because I'm so different to the persona that I project on Facebook. I'm so different, right? I'm actually a conservative guy. I'm also very shy, right? But once I get to know people, I'm great, and I think they like me. But initially, I'm nervous with people. I'm shy. I am. But on Facebook, social media, I project this other person. You can do the same thing. So I turned it into a fun experience. I turned the phoning of leads into a fun experience. So that's a big tip for you. It doesn't have to be that painful. But if you want to go from A to B, and a B is a really important place that you want to get to, you want to treble your income, quadruple your income, for instance, there's going to be some change required. You're going to have to stop doing those things that you've been doing up till now that haven't been working, and you're going to have to start doing the things that will work and do work, such as tribe building, building a warm audience, being more effective on social media platforms. Really make the social media thing work. Truly embrace it. Let go of the shiny object syndrome, because the grass is not greener on the other side, usually. Unless you're coming from that bad place and you're coming to my place, Laptop Lifestyle, my Facebook group. That's a good place. That's a good place. But reality is that most people join a group like the Laptop Lifestyler and another group that I'm involved that I started, and the novelty will wear off after a week. That's typical. The novelty will wear off. Why? They're looking for the next new experience. They're more focused on pleasing activities than they are on pleasing and worthwhile results. So that's another change that needs to happen. It's another change. Because until you settle down and focus on one thing, one good thing, such as the strategies that we teach in the Laptop Lifestyler group, until you settle down and commit and embrace it, you're going to be spinning your wheels in 6 months' time, just as you probably are now. Now, I know that not everybody in the Laptop Lifestyler group are spinning their wheels. There's maybe 5, maybe 10 people who are making six-figure money, but the rest of them are not. Six-figure and above. But the rest of them are not. So, what are you going to do? You want to get to point B, how bad do you want it? Maybe it comes back to that. How badly do you want it? Do you obsess about it? Or isn't that, perhaps it's not that important to you? It's just a dream. A pipe dream. Yeah, it'd be nice if I'm making 20 grand a month. That'd be nice, but hey, not the end of the world if I don't. Alright, fine. Just enjoy your little journey, and I'll see you in 10 years. Okay? On the other hand, if you have that burning desire, you're obsessed about it, you want to make your business grow like crazy, and you want to double, treble, quadruple, increase your income, maybe even by a factor of 10, you're coming from a very low base, 10 is not that much anyway. If you're really at that point, well, let me commend to you once again the strategies that we teach in the Laptop Lifestyler group. And there is no better way to learn those strategies and to be exposed to those strategies than to attend the next webinar. On that webinar, I go deep. I do. I go deep. I give a lot of value. I do. And I'm hoping that when you attend the next webinar, it will become a catalyst for change. Important, powerful, and profound change in your life. That's my vision. That's my mission. That's my cause. I do hope you attend the next webinar. I'm hoping that it will act as a catalyst for profound change so that you can fly with the eagles rather than scratching around in the dirt with the chickens. Okay? Flying with the eagles, hey, the view is magnificent. Come join us. Come join us. We've got a small but growing tribe of people that are hungry for success. Make sure you plug into the next webinar. Okay, that's my little talk for the day. The pain of change versus the pain of regret. I say regret much, much worse. Change, hey, you're going to be faced with change anyway. Why not just embrace it, turn it into a fun experience, and watch your results zoom. Okay, this is Kim Willis. Bye for now.